and it's finally Saturday, and it's finally May. And it's, yes, and the sun is out, and it's going to be probably around 70 degrees today. So we have...
Maybe not where we are.
Yeah, it's probably got...
60s. We can go for 60s.
Yeah. But,
it's already over 50, though.
But a windbreaker, yeah, the morning starts a little cool, but it's supposed to be warmer by today, but I'm just happy to see the sun. And I'm not sure if the fishing's going to be good.
We're still early.
Very early season here. I guess
but we've already caught a fish.
Duane caught a fish about 2 weeks ago. By default, he foul hooked a tautog.
Actually, I think it was more like 3 weeks ago.
And 3 weeks, you're right.
So we're awake, just not... We went a couple weeks ago, and it was just dead.
Well, you know what? We have, 2 more weeks of legal tog fishing.
Yeah.
So we might get a tog today.
Well, this is really our chance, because we're going to go and we're going to bring you some different videos. We're going to take off on a trip. So
anyway, we're going to Tiverton. We're going to leave from the Sakonnet Bridge ramp.
Go to our usual spot out on the river.
Usual spots on the river and see if we can catch anything. We have enough bait to attract any kind of fish that's out here if they're here.
Well, if I get any nibbles, I'll be doing that chumming thing. So I'll try to draw them in. But I gotta get a nibble first.
Okay, so we will see you when we get to the Sakonnet River Bridge, and we'll see you on the water. That's Duane getting the boat ready. Yeah. I made the lunches though.
Bait, not lunch.
Bait. Oh yeah, that's what I feel like eating.
This is lunch. Oh my god.
All right, he's in the get ready area. Let me see if people are catching anything. Let me go to the little fishing pier. There's the new bimini top that doesn't get in the way of our fishing spots.
That'll help.
Yep, help with the sun. That's why all those nice those nice fishing boats. Oh, here comes another one. Nice. Okay, so Duane is just about getting the boat set up. And we're gonna get her in the water. Get the Duane and Nidia in the water. And look how nice it is out there today. It's gonna be gorgeous. Can't wait till it gets a little warmer. It's only around 50s now, I think, maybe 53 or 54, but it feels great after a cold, windy, wet week.
Right up there.
What?
All right, that's what we're doing. Hey, Nidia's first little tog, no keeper.
First fish of the season.
Got it off some worm and maybe some clam. First fish of the year for her.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, and about 3 weeks ago, Duane caught his first fish, and lucky for him, it was also a keeper. Here's a picture of it. It was a beautiful male, and yep, it was about 16 and a half inches long. First fish.
Absolutely.
And
actually a keeper.
And well hooked. Not
nice
even
male, big white chin. He's about
he's about to go into the fish bag.
Actually, he's about to get bled.
Yeah. Alrighty, first fish of the season.
I give it another 5 foot swing. We're still like 60 feet. Well, at least I'm on the boards for the day. Another short.
Definitely a slow bite, but
Slow bite, but starting to get it. Only fish number, well, 2. Oops, there he goes. Bye. And he took the clam. Good deal. Camera's on. He's coming on.
This one's fighting.
There you go. Nice fight coming up. Let's see if he's got keeper. He's close.
He's close.
Very close to me.
Wait.
Thank you. I think he's short.
Let's see.
He's on the worms.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a little guy. He's not going to make it. All right, now take that out of the way. Just for posterity, 12 inches.
Yep.
Nice little fish.
Nice little fish. Okay. You know what we should probably do?
Bring in your...
Oh, it's gone.
See? You lost him too?
Yeah. Oh, no, got him again.
Well, he must not have lost him. Let me reel up a bit. Oh, he's just not fighting. He's not bad size though.
On the worm.
On the worm. Yeah, they've been liking the worms.
And that was
I got
just
him.
a tiny little piece of one.
Yeah, it's only like a 10, 12 inch.
10, 12, yeah, too small.
They fight like crazy though, right? Yeah. These are really strong. For small talks, they're a good fight. Come on, baby. Yeah, nice little guy. We'll catch him again.
And the first fish on my new rod and reel.
Oh, that was the first one on this one?
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
nice.
wait, I caught that other one. No, this is the first
no,
one.
No, not. I think that is.
Because the other 3 I caught on the other reel,
Oh,
right?
there you go.
Dead low tide. Almost time to go home.
Oh yeah. Not much happening.
Not much happening. Although we caught like
At least 10.
At least 10 fish. None of them were keeper size. I think there were between the
I
two
caught
of
one
us.
That big.
I was gonna say between the two of us, we probably caught.
I thought it was a piece. I thought it was a squid tentacle.
I think between 2 of us, we got at least 6 togs, maybe 7. The biggest were about 12 inches. Nothing bigger than that. And then the other things were so small, I don't even know what they were.
Bumpers.
So he called them bumpers. I don't know. We used to call little fish like that baby choggies or something.
I caught a choggy.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little bigger.
So
Not
anyway,
that big.
what we'll probably do is just talk a little about the gear once we get home, and then we'll close out the first official, fishing day. No, this is the second. Yeah, the second, but the nicest one in terms of weather.
What a perfect day.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, look.
We had some technical difficulties though with the boat.
Trolling motor
Motors
issue
and stuff. Yeah.
and that motor. So we'll see. Tomorrow's a relax around the house day for me, and you can check out boat details. Alrighty, so we're gonna sign out here. We'll catch you later with our equipment, and I'm happy to say that we've both caught fish on both of the new poles that we had on here. So we'll tell you what setups we're using and why, and catch you then.
Well, we're live, hon. There you go.
Hey there.
We are.
Welcome to a beautiful spring day in Massachusetts.
Oh, this is the best day we've had this year.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And hey, we decided, since we're not going out on our little boat here, that this would be a perfect opportunity to show you the gear we're using, to talk about it, and especially now that we've had a chance to use some of it. Mm-hmm. Nidia, you wanted to do this a long time ago.
I wanted to do it in the winter.
And I was like, I haven't even put the pole in the water. To me, it's I really wanted to see what it was like, because this is truly new equipment. This is all next generation for us. Mm-hmm. You know, we're not using the old Penn reel and the old Shimano's. This is, updated. That and is at the top of the line, but it's out there. It's top of the line for us. These are still some of the best poles I've ever touched, by far. Especially now that I've had a chance to use them.
We used to buy our poles at Walmart, Costco, BJ's, El Cheapo. Then we started buying from Amazon. Nicely moved up.
We've moved up.
Now this is better stuff.
And now we got the stuff.
Yeah.
So let's, I guess, without further, this has been, so for me, I got this dark matter Skinner rod. You're going to see a few Skinner rods in our collection now. This has been my go-to for the togs for bottom fishing. I've got my little tog jig on there. So, yep, that's what I've been using. So this has a 5,000 reel on it. It's an Invictus, and it's a really, I mean, this thing, I caught that first fish, the first tog, the keeper, with this pole. No trouble at all using this pole to bring it in. Very sensitive too. It's got a good action. I think this is more of the medium action and not the full, like really, really fast action. I think it's more on the moderate side.
Yeah, and this is a Tsunami Evit.
An Evit, yeah. It's a Tsunami.
But it's actually a fairly large reel for this rod, but Duane likes a powerful reel.
Well, I want it to be able to, literally, if we see a bass come through, I want to be able to throw a bass jig on here and just go for it and not have to change the pole itself, just change the rig.
Except that they do have fairly narrow eyelets, so it's not necessarily a great casting pole, but
no.
It should be okay enough for a boat.
It'll definitely do it. I've cast with this, and because of the colors, I can cast over 100 feet with it.
Yep.
And that was with a small lure.
That's right.
So if I put a big lure on this thing will just cast as far as I would need it to.
Yep.
And I stick with all spinning reels. Mm-hmm. I don't use, like you don't do that. You're a little different, which you'll show. But that's my first, and this has been my first go-to, although I will say, I think I like my next reel better because it's just more sensitive. But so this has been the first one you started with.
So Duane and I have the same John Skinner Dark Matter Jig and Bounce.
Yep.
This is a fairly new style rod that I think came out last year. I think he partners with J&H Tackle on his rods.
Yeah.
And I paired this with a 3500 Daiwa BG, very light. Everything about this is so light.
All the poles here, except for our striper, big trolling poles, everything else is super light. They're all featherweights.
And I did catch my first few fish of the season yesterday using this, and they were small togs. Biggest one, they were all shorts.
12.
The biggest one was only a 12.
Yeah.
So, but this thing is so light, it's almost like a baton light. And you know, I get tired holding a big, heavy rod. I had a rod I bought last year that I really liked, paired it with, I believe it was the Daiwa BG 5000, which was a huge mistake. Powerful reel, but it's massive, and it weighs probably
I think
2
overall,
or 3 times
the whole
this.
setup was probably 3 times the weight of this rig.
Right.
I mean, this is just, what, 10 ounces? About that? It's very, very light, and the pole isn't much more than that. So, you can hold this all day.
Yeah.
Right? And you do.
Yeah.
What were we at there? 6 hours?
Yeah. Let me just
quite a while.
show you my next one.
Now this is, so
Used it also yesterday. This is the John Skinner Dark Matter Fluke rod. Also used for jigging, of course. Equally as light. I believe this one has a little bit more sturdy backbone, maybe not as fast action as the blue, or are they opposite?
Nope, this one's got more backbone to it.
Okay.
Yes.
And I did pair it with a Quantum Accurist, and I did also put the Go Mexis Power handle.
Yeah.
And I was really impressed using this yesterday. This is the pole that has the spiral eyelets.
Yeah. So
And
let's see if we can
extremely light.
It is. I'll try to show that a bit. It is. I mean, I've never seen a pole in the way back when. They just didn't exist. Where you're holding the pole like this and your eyes do start facing up.
Yep.
But then as it gets towards the point, it's facing down.
Yep.
So I was like, I don't know who came up with the idea. Pretty ingenious, though.
And look how tiny the eyelets are. So you basically just drop your line.
Big eyelets in there.
Nope, you just drop your line and use this baby.
They're all ceramic. I think all of our poles are all ceramic lined eyes.
Amazingly smooth reel.
And the best thing is the thumb release.
And star
for
drag.
The thumb catch, but this just lets you give a little more line without even, one-handed. You're basically able to give more line for this thing. It's really a nice setup. And this is our oldest survivor.
Yeah, from last season.
A tried and true. She's got some lumps and bumps and been through the ringer.
Caught me some fish yesterday, though.
This one has probably caught the most of anything we've got.
Probably the most keepers of any size togs.
And we lost 5, 6 of these yesterday. And you were fishing with this one for a while. You did not lose it.
I lost one.
Although, you know what I'm seeing, hon?
What?
Phrase.
Yeah, I'm sure
So
there's
I'm gonna have to give you some new fluoro.
I lost one rig yesterday. You were able to save 2 or 3 snags of mine. You lost a couple more, but hey, that's togging for you.
Well, if
especially
you're
here.
not in the structure, you're not finding the fish.
That's right.
You just won't. And yeah, so now we came to, this is a Gocha pole that I'm using, and this pole, the sensitivity on it is just amazing.
And
I've paired it with a Penn Battle III.
And it's a Gocha jigging rod.
It's the jigging rod, yes. And I got my,
I think
as
it's
always,
6.5 feet.
this is, nope.
Maybe 6.
Just over 6.
Right.
Yeah.
Look at
it's like a
the
6
butt
foot.
on this so it fits under your
Oh yeah, so I like that. To
The
me,
jigging.
the butt end I need at least like a 14 to feel really comfortable with it. And I like that. This one, I had one that's got like a 12-inch, and I feel like I can't reel. So these, the nice.
He feels like big man in a
yeah,
little pole.
pretty much.
Yeah.
But this does it. This is a great, and this is, I caught a fish. I thought it was a piece of bait. I didn't even realize it wasn't a piece of my bait. It was so small, and the tiniest touch you feel. So, and it brought in a 12-inch Tautog like nothing. So I can't wait to catch a real keeper.
And the reel?
Very, very, very smooth. Very easy to turn. Just everything about it. It is such.
You have a power handle on yours too.
Well, we put the spinners always come with some type of a power handle, but we upgraded the power handle. We did put a better one.
I wouldn't call what most come with a power handle.
But they really do. If you look at the dimensions and whatnot. The problem is it has that little thin one, and you can't really get as much power
Penn
out
Battle
of it.
4000, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you're going to use a small reel like that, you really want the power in your hand. And it's a fast retrieval. It is, I forget the ratio on this one, but it does retrieve pretty quick for a small little spool. So I was really happy with it. Like I said, I think this is going to become my favorite bottom fishing. And when we get back to fishing again, we're going to have what? We're going to have Scup available. We're actually going to start coming into fluke season. So.
And sea bass, black sea bass.
Black sea bass, best fish. Oh, they taste. Black sea bass is such a great fish.
I bought that whole setup for Duane for the holidays and decided, well, if I'm giving a setup gift, I'm buying one for myself. So this time I bought it's a Tsunami, I think it's called the Tsunami Trophy Series Slimline or something like that. Trophy Series Slimline Tsunami.
Yes.
And I also paired it with a Penn Battle III 4000. And I am shocked.
Same reel. That is that
But
same
a completely different rod, but very similar. Also very long.
Doesn't have that thin butt, but it has the same length. It has about the same length on the butt end.
I actually picked which one he'd get, and I'd get based on the weight. This is 4 ounces less.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Awesome.
They don't weigh anything.
Anything.
And lastly, for me, this is, I think I need to get I got a counter on this one, because this is my trolling setup. And it's nice to know, when you have different size trolling lures, you basically control how deep they go by the speed you're going and the weight and how much line you've put out. So you can really say, oh, if we're seeing stuff on the fish finder showing up at 20 feet deep, I know, I could put out 150 feet of line and, running the whatever, a bucktail, let's say, that I'm pulling behind, doesn't matter. But this is just a single color line. Unlike my other line that every 30 feet changes color, this one I couldn't tell. It's just light blue all the way through.
What reel is this?
So this just came out, the Mariner 3. Penn came out with this Mariner 3 reel.
This year.
Just this past year. It's an upgrade. The rod. It's an upgrade from the Mariner 2 that was out previously. Haven't had a chance to try it yet. But
this you have.
Now this is the BG 5000.
Heavy.
This is a heavy duty.
Big.
It really.
Daiwa 5000s are like any other Penn or anybody else's 10. That's the size.
At least like they're 7.
Yeah, they're so huge.
They really, really are. I don't know. The gearing on them, they're very, very powerful reel. So this would be like. A bass doesn't stand a chance, right? Oh, there you go.
No,
so
they also don't stand the chance of my little, I call it my indulgence to being a woman.
The one thing I have to say about these reels, and rods, reels, whatever, these rods, is they're heavier.
Not mine. Mine is pretty good.
But they spend most of their time in
An outrigger.
An outrigger that we have right here, both of them. They'll be
Or in the
sitting on
back.
the outrigger. So we're only going to be really holding these when it's like fish on, basically. So you can have a heavier, you want something stronger. And there you go, you got it. And you don't have to, you're not holding this pole all day. You can, but they are light for what you're getting. But it's still tough to hold a pole that's heavy duty.
I had a trolling rod that I think if I held it for 2 minutes, and if you're going to catch a big fish, you can't bring it in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
My arm was already hurting, and I decided, nope, got to go the light way.
Yeah.
This is a, gosh, I don't even remember.
Is that Commander?
Commander?
Yeah.
What is that?
So
It's a Commander.
this is a 2-part. So
It's
this
a
came
two-part
with different
jigging. It's a
tips.
2-part jigging reel with 2 different tips that you control one with.
And this is actually
Short.
the thinner, the lighter duty of the tips. The other one is really, really thick like this pole.
And notice,
So-
this is only about,
And this
Five
this
and a
is
half
5
feet?
foot, 5.5. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is just over 6. This is
now
6.
you can see how
So
small I am.
there you go. Yeah, you're not quite 5.5.
I'm not quite.
And I'm barely 5, and that's how we know.
This is a conventional reel. I chose conventional for this heavier rod, but I also,
Yeah.
I didn't buy this one. This one came with this one. It's a power handle.
Another nice power handle.
And it's a, it was very well rated. It's a
I
Run
love
Me
the-
bearing spool, and it's also light jigging. So I figured, if you ever go on a party boat or something, it's so light enough you can jig with it, or at least I can. But again, it's a
With that thumb latch,
Aluminum?
compared to the old, it was a side latch that they used to have. This is just a thumb, and it is such an improvement over the little side latch, because when you're out there and you're drifting even, and you want to get a little deeper, that is such a quick, just pop it with your thumb, and
we did
what a
spool
beautiful
it with lines that go color.
yours is multicolored. Every 30 feet, it changes color.
Do want to say, you probably already noticed, most of you who fish in like your fishing gear, I am right-handed, but I cannot fish the conventional way. I have to use my right hand and my right arm to hold the rod, and I have to do all of my reeling with my left. I just don't have.
You just don't have.
I thought it was, I didn't have the power, I didn't have the strength. It's almost as if trying to write with my left hand. It feels completely unnatural to me.
Yeah.
So I do get the left-handed setup.
And actually, this one doesn't have the gimbal bottom on
No,
it.
yours
But that's
does.
the other thing, is a lot of them you can actually carry the weight in your little. With the
We have a weight
we
belt.
have the belt that it goes right into, and you can deal with the weight. So now your arm is just it's just the lever that you work against, but you're reeling, and you can
Does
reel
yours
with the
have
arm.
the gimbal bottom?
Some
pen?
do. This one
It does.
This one does.
And our outriggers
So it
also
locks,
have
they have
the
it.
gimbal.
It locks
Yeah.
in, and the outriggers we use also have little straps to hold the pole in case, so it doesn't just pull off and bye pole. So
this is the new equipment. This is equipment we specifically purchased just for this year and for this season, having
Yeah, for
spent a
now
season trying different things, where we did everything from shore fishing, pier fishing, to party boat fishing last year, because we didn't get this until Labor Day weekend.
yeah, this was
So
Labor Day week.
this is the newest equipment. We might do another video showing you all the other stuff we have, but because we distinctly learned from what we didn't like and that we had purchased before, or stuff that we've just had around for years. And
Yeah.
now with the boat, it's a different kind of fishing.
Yeah.
If we
So
ever do surf casting
it's-
again, we'll show you what we have for that.
Yeah, basically they're longer poles. They get you
And bigger
much
reels.
further cast,
Right.
bigger reels. Yeah, and the funny thing is, when I look back at all my fishing experience, going back to like growing up and everything, I do almost nothing the way we did. The concepts, the actual catching the fish, the hooking, the setting, the bringing, that stuff still is, but the actual gear, equipment, it's all different. It's all
No.
new. I mean, I see these poles, especially look at the videos. The poles are tiny and they bend. They have the incredible backbones to them now. And the littlest pole can just catch the huge. I mean, we saw Skinner catching what, 4 foot striper on a pole,
That
like
one, blue.
not even the big one, like the blue one,
Yeah.
like this guy. And he's pulling in a 4 foot striper.
Well, my history of fishing was only piers, rocks, beaches,
Yeah,
surf
ours was-
casting, and I don't think I ever spent more than $40 on a rod and reel from a Walmart or a Benny's around here if you're from New England back in the day. And I always used either worms. I didn't like squid. I would catch 2 fish to everybody else's 1 using worms, but they were cheaper back then.
Yeah.
And
They aren't cheap anymore.
I could rarely catch a fish on a lure. I just didn't know where to go, where to find them. I think I caught one bluefish on a popper once when I was in my early 20s or something.
We always trolled. We were always on boats, never fishing from shore except for docks, piers. And we just always were trolling or bottom fishing. Everything was from a boat. So that's why my experience is really boat fishing, bottom fishing, and that's just where I'm comfortable.
So that's it.
Us.
That was our first, second, but the first real weekend of our fishing season. And we're about to take off on a vacation, so it'll be a few more weeks before we see you on the water. But thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Yep. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.